Yeah. Um, this is another of Todd's PayPal, and this is the guy we did, but I did because I'd done a couple of Todd's last PayPal. He sent a new sent a new email, and kind of replaced them songs from the PayPal, and I just did the Burton Cummings song from there. But he's in the Guess Who. We did them probably not last year, but a year before. We did on Canada Day when we first started doing Canadian bands, and they come up. And in Geddy Lee's book, he mentioned another one, April Wines. I was like, oh yeah, we did them. They're fire as well. To be fair, all of them bands that we did were fire on Canada Day. But yeah, he's from the Guess Who. Someone said it in comments, but I didn't see it because yeah, I'd done like Todd had put a kind of intro to who he was, but I'd done a later one off a second email. So yeah, but they are actually fire. I wouldn't mind doing more of them, to be fair, because yeah, like I say, all the bands we did on Canada Day was fire. But yeah, and Randy Bachman, the other fellow. So it's Bachman, Cummings, and it's three songs with stories. These Eyes, Laughing, Undone, and No Time. Let's go.
It was a song that changed our lives forever. Life was never the same for us after the song was released. How long ago it was, I was still living at home with my mother and grandmother, and Randy would come over on Saturday mornings, and we would sit at my grandmother's piano and write songs. One morning he came over and he showed me this piano part, and he had a couple of lines. He wanted to call it, what did you want to
I'm
call
going
it?
to call it These Arms. And he said, it doesn't quite ring. How about These Eyes cry? And then These Arms being the next line. And once I gave that up, because you got to give things up when you're a songwriter. You give a little, you take a little. We put the song together in like 15, 20 minutes. And like Bert said, it forever changed our lives.
It is a song for which we shall be eternally grateful.
And we thank you.
It goes like this. These eyes cry every night for you. These arms long to hold you again. The legends on me, yeah. And I will never be free, no, my baby, tell you no. Gave the promise to me, yeah. And you broke it, babe. I wanna say, these eyes are crying. These eyes that see a lot of love, but they're never gonna see another one like I had with you. These eyes are crying. These eyes that see a lot of love, but they're never gonna see another one like I had with you. These eyes are crying. These eyes that see a lot of love, but never gonna see another one like I had with you. What?
Hold on, I just need to pause it, make sure it is actually recording because it did kind of freeze at the beginning. Hold on 2 secs. Great tune though. That is a great tune. We definitely got to do more of this band. You can just hear the songwriting. But yeah, let's go.
What? What did I do? Oh, you were smiling in appreciation. Or,
Yes, the great vocal in that song, and they liked it so much at RCA, they invited us to New York, the head guy, Don Berkheimer, and Rocco Laganestra, and said they wanted another ballad.
No,
And
it was
we didn't
19
want ballads.
It was
We wanted to rock.
1969. Every band in 1969 wanted to be Led Zeppelin, including us. And we had some hard rock tunes, and we showed them to RCA. They said, "Oh, please, guys, give us one more in the vein of These Eyes. Like, give us another ballad, and then maybe you will have a career, and you won't be one-hit wonders." And we're trying to shove these rock and roll tunes down their throats. Anyway, we went away. We said we'd think about it. We're sitting in our old highway bus waiting to do a gig in Victoria. He picked up a guitar, started playing.
I played these 3 little notes. And I said, "Sing something, Bert. We need to write a hit."
So he started playing that, and I started singing this. I should laugh, but I cry because your love has passed me by. You took me by surprise. Didn't realize that I was waiting. Time goes slowly, but carries on. And now the best years have come and gone. You took me by surprise. Didn't realize that you were laughing. Cause you do it to me. That ain't the way it should be. Took away everything I had to put the hurt on me. Cause you do it to me. That ain't the way it should be. Took away everything I had to put the hurt on me.
Honestly, for like their first couple of songs, their writing is level of like, but I think Burt Bacharach arguably is the greatest songwriter of all time. All them kind of classic old songs are his, basically, and the mate he wrote with. But I think that you can hear the songwriting, like there's an advanced structure in their writing, and for it to be their first couple of songs is kind of crazy. But that was funny when he said, "We need a hit, sing something." Yeah. And I like the story of These Eyes was These Arms. Reminded me of Sting when he wrote Walking on the Moon. But he was in a hotel room and was singing Walking around the room, or however the melody goes to that. And he's like, I thought, I can't have Walking around the room. Like, that's a stupid lyric. And then they become Walking on the Moon.
We're at the Berardi, and I hear FM radio for the first time in Vancouver. Some of you might remember when that came in, FM radio, and the DJs could play anything they wanted, playing Dixieland and blues and jazz from all over the world. And it's the first time I heard Bob Dylan before he could sing. And he's doing this song called Ballad in Plain D that went on and on.
Oh, it's a great song.
I was just going to reach over and turn off the radio, and out of his mouth came these words, "She's come undone." And I'd been carrying these guitar chords around from Lonnie Bro, a friend of mine in Winnipeg, and I ran to Bert and I said, "Listen to what I put over these jazz chords. She's come undone." And I'd written like 20 verses like Bob Dylan.
I loved the song, but I said it's just a little too long, Rand. So we picked the best 3 verses of lyrics that we thought, and we learned the song. Fabulous song, one of the greatest things he ever wrote. I was a young guy, lucky enough to get to sing it on the record. Several months later, just before we recorded it, we were opening a music store in Winnipeg, and they had flutes in this glass case. And we loved Traffic, and we loved Jethro Tull. And Randy said, "Why aren't you playing flute? You can make all those cool sounds like Traffic and Jethro Tull." I said, "Well, I don't know the fingering." One of the guys at the Yamaha store said, "But the fingering is the same as a saxophone." And I had played sax in my first band, the Devrons, for 2 years. So I said, "Put that together for me, will you?" He screwed it all together for me, and we had a gig that night, and I actually played flute on stage that night. And that, my friends, is why there is a flute on Undone. She's come undone. She didn't know what she was headed for. And when I found what she was headed for, it was too late. She's come undone. She found a mountain that was far too high. And when she found out she couldn't fly, it was too late. It's too late. She's gone too far. She's lost the sun. She's come undone. She wanted truth, but all she got was lies. Came the time to realize it was too late. She's come undone. She didn't know what she was headed for. And when I found what she was headed for, it was too late. It's too late. She's gone too far. She's lost the sun. She's come undone. Too many mountains, not enough stairs to climb. Too many churches, not enough truth. Too many people, not enough eyes to see. Too many lives to lead, never enough time. It's too late. She's gone too far. She's lost the sun. She's come undone. It's too late. She's gone too far. She's lost the sun. She's come undone. She didn't know what she was headed for. And when I found what she was headed for, well, it was too late. She's come along. She found a mountain that was far too high. And when she found out she couldn't fly, it was too late. Too late. She's gone too far. She's lost the sun. She's come.
That's a great thing with Canada. I know Geddy says in his book that Canada was not like Seattle. I mean, I don't think there's anywhere has been quite like Seattle in the grunge era, where literally they're all in each other. They've all been in each other's bands, and even as they become famous, they still kind of done a lot of crossover. And he said, like Geddy's like, Canada's just not like that. But one thing I'll say about Canadians is like they really appreciate the members of their band, at least. Like you notice that, like something like that. The guitar player was more um encouraging the cheer for his, do you know what I mean, his counterpart. But yeah, that was good. But that was a great tune. Now, that might be my favorite one so far. That was like, yeah, fire. That kind of jazzy, yeah. And you think all these songs have been different, basically. All right, the first two, but they kind of was told to do that. But even them two, really. But then that one, yeah, that was fire. Let's go.
Thank you.
Thank you all so much.
This was fire. This was fun. We definitely got to do this band because, yeah, they are actually incredible too. And yeah, other than that, I don't know if we done one or two of theirs. But to be honest, I can't even remember them. Like I say, it was probably 2 years ago. And since then, really, Rush, the Tragically Hip, Blue Rodeo, um, I think probably they're the main three Canadians, I think, biggest Canadians. Or not biggest Canadians, but I mean the most we've done on the channel. But I think we definitely got to dig into this because this is like a different. These are different to all the ones I just mentioned and every other Canadian. Like they've got that. It's like they remind me of the Beatles, to be honest. Not necessarily musically 100%, but the fact of their kind of like it's kind of using genres to make your own kind of sound out of it, like, and the kind of variety just in these four songs you can see they remind me of the Beatles. He is another as well weird Canadian voice that works well. Definitely. It's an unusual tone, just like Gord Downey, just like Geddy Lee, but it just works. And that's like, I think that's one thing watching Canadians with like, I mean, even like Alanis Morissette and like, there's a kind of not a regular thing to their voice. Um, but you don't have to be a, like, that's one thing I think Canadians have taught me is that you don't have to be a kind of textbook singer to sound good. That's the key there is that you just have to sound good. And like Geddy Lee does, do you know what I mean? Especially on the live ones and later ones. I know some people say that they don't like his voice. Like, so a couple of comments said they prefer young Geddy, but I think Geddy's voice just improves as he gets older. Um, yeah, yeah, this was fire, no. Every song was just great, a great song. That's the thing. What makes me think of the Beatles. Like hearing this, you can't really put this band from this four songs anyway into any type of genre. But that's why I think they remind me of the Beatles because it's kind of the Beatles doesn't really have a genre, really. And that's what this band feels like. It feels like they kind of do anything. Like, yeah. But no, this was fire. And I just like them too, to be fair. Like you can see they got a great relationship. They got like I suppose that's something that Canada has is that the band members actually get on. Over here it's kind of it's a common theme to have brothers in a band over here and it's a common theme for them to not get on with each other. And all the members to be fair, but you do tend to get in Canada that they all really respect each other and yeah. But yeah, no, like I say, this was fire. This was fire. A great video. Yeah. And again, another amazing couple of Canadian songwriters and a great Canadian band. But yeah, there'll definitely be more release to come. Well, hopefully. But yeah, that's the reaction. Sweet.